All right. Yeah, we wound up pulling off the W. Shout out to everybody for coming in, stopping by. Appreciate it. Just gonna see what's going on with this live stream. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. You wanna know why? Because we wasn't supposed to beat the Jaguars. That's why. That's why everything is tripping right now. Just trying to figure out if the stream is up and live and everything's straight. 1 second. What's going on, Lamar? Thank you for stopping by, though. It was definitely a good game. That was a clutch victory, man. That was very clutch. Uh, the boys found out a way to pull it out. We wound up doing it. Shout out to them. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up the stats. Go ahead and give me a second. Appreciate you for jumping in here first, Lamar. But the MVP of this game was definitely Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron was a monster today, man. A monster today. He had a big game today, man. Shout out to him. I tried to warn people about Eric Ebron, man. I tried to warn them. Eric Ebron's a legend. He didn't have his time. They didn't give him a chance in Detroit with Matthew Stafford, but with the guy that loves his tight ends like Andrew Luck himself, it shows his true potential, man. This dude is a monster. And he definitely deserves, and he is definitely the best tight end in the NFL, in my opinion. He is the best tight end in the NFL going on this season. This dude has scored a touchdown almost every game. Every game, literally. And with this one, it puts him on pace with everyone else, all the other tight ends. I'm pretty sure he has the most touchdowns out of the tight ends this season. Hands down. But it is halftime between the Packers and the Dolphins. I did have the Dolphins winning that game, coming in on the sleep victory. But, it is what it is. All right, so on to the stats. I'm not going to hold you up all day. I'm just going to go through it real quick. I'm so excited we won this game, man. We got the sleep victory. This was a sleep W. Everyone had the Dolphins winning in a close one by 3. They said the score was going to be like 20-17. We definitely blew that out of proportion. Dante Moncrief was a sleeping player. I'm not going to lie. In the fourth quarter, I thought that Dante Moncrief was going to be the one to get the walk-off touchdown from Blake Bortles at the end of the game. But Blake Bortles, thank God, he threw a duck pass at the end of the game. He threw a duck when they could have won the game, but the defense came up big. And we got a big swat at the end too, man. So I'm going to run off the stats. Andrew Luck was 21 for 29. He had 1 interception, which was Mo Cox's fault. It was a tip drill. But he was 21 for 29, 285 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had no sacks again. The offensive line is playing phenomenal. There was one play when Quentin Nelson was literally the fact of that play when he came from the side that he's blocking, ran all the way over and got a pancake and knocked the dude down. And it was a good yards on that one. Other than that, Eric Ebron was the 2 touchdowns. Marlon Mack was 12 for 29 on rushing. Jordan Wilkins had a big run, 1 yard, 53. One carry, 53 yards. Yes, that's fantastic. Oh, I don't know why. Notifications is going crazy. Sorry about that. Everything is just going out of control today. You guys know. All right, cool. All right, we're straight. So, on to the receiving yards. T.Y. Hilton at the end of the game. 3rd down. Big conversion. Andrew Luck finds him wide open over the top. Now, the first time when he tried to get him, he threw it out of bounds. Jalen Ramsey was guarding him. I guess Jalen Ramsey had some type of hype over himself. I'm going to get into Jalen Ramsey later on. But T.Y. Hilton had 3 receptions, 77 yards, no touchdowns. He averaged 25 yards per catch, which is T.Y. Hilton-ish, if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, Eric Ebron, you know him, 3 receptions, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns out of the 3. Dontrell Inman had a big third down completion as well, 4 receptions, 41 receiving yards, average 10 yards. Jack Doyle had 3 receptions, 36. So everybody pretty much fed the same. Mo Alley Cox could have had 3 receptions if he didn't drop that one. He tried to catch it with his chest instead of catching it with his hands. I guess he was getting fancy or something, but who knows. But he had a touchdown as well, big time. We kind of affected them having the linebackers guard the tight ends. So Andrew Luck did what he did best, and that was throwing it over the top. Malik Hooker had a fumble recovery. Even though they tried to rob us, he picked it up and could have took that into the end zone. I'm pretty sure because he was gone, but he stopped because they blew the whistle when they called it back. But it was definitely a fumble. Shout out to Kenny Moore on that one. I'm going to get into that as well. But onto the defense, Anthony Walker led us in tackles. Clayton Gaither was after that. And Darius Leonard was definitely being the brute he is. He is definitely carrying on the momentum he's carrying into week by week. He is definitely, in my opinion, Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't care what no one says. This dude is a monster coming in late in the draft, linebacker. Started off a little rusty, but this dude has been killing it week by week, man, hands down. And he's one of the reasons why we are in the position we are in today to get into the playoff run. If Tennessee would have lost, if Patriots would have did the job this week and beat them, we would have been in second spot. But unfortunately, we are tied with them now. So we do play them as well. Pierre Desir had a big deflection going into the second half as well. Tyquan Lewis, shout out to him, the new acquisition, man. Shout out to Tyquan Lewis. He had a big game, man. Even though we're missing Kamiko Ture, Tyquan definitely coming out that practice squad, getting signed again this week. He has played a big role. So shout out to him. And we're going to get into Adam Vinatieri. He did miss that field goal. That was depressing to watch Adam Vinatieri missing that 50-yard, 52-yard. I mean, it was kind of far, but his longest field goal was 54, so it was kind of iffy. But other than that, I will not get into the Jaguars box score because we do not care for them. They did lose. Shout out to Blake Bortles. He is the MVP for not getting that pass off on that dink and dunk. All right, so for the scoring plays. The first play on scoring drives was a 53-yard bomb from Andrew Luck to Eric Ebron. It was money. Eric Ebron came in hype, the best tight end of the game, doing what he does best. After that, it was an 80-yard pass to Dante Moncrief, the former Colts, from Blake Bortles. It was a big play, and it caught me off guard for sure. Moncrief did actually a really good job this game against his former team. I kind of wish he had that against us. When he was on our team, I kind of wish he had that for us. But Andrew Luck was hurt, and he was playing with the backup quarterback. But I don't use that as an excuse because Moncrief can still catch as of today. So it was always good to see him. Fournette made his appearance back on the field today as well. But after that touchdown, Eric Ebron had a 2-yard run off of option play. So shout out to him on that one. Then going into the second quarter, Eric Ebron caught a 12-yard pass from Andrew Luck. That was a big play there. Eric Ebron had 3 touchdowns total today. After that, Leonard Fournette ran it in for a 1-yard run after they drove us down the field crazy. Mo Alley Cox after that had a big catch with a 1-yard pass from Andrew Luck. And Marlon Mack ran it in for the 2-point conversion. Shout out to Coach Frank for that scheme there. And they put us up 29-13. Going into the half, Josh Lambo kicked a 28-yard field goal. Score is now 16-29. And then after that, Fournette had a 1-yard run to put the score to 23-29. So at this point, I am currently hitting the panic button. And I'm like, Lord, please spare us and give us this W because I had us winning. But the analysts said they had us losing 20-17. And now it's 23-29 and we give them the ball back. And Lambo kicks the field goal to 26-29. So at this point, I'm panicking again. We go another 4th and out. And the score 26. We have the ball and a chance to win. End up fumbling the football. TJ Yeldon, shout out to him, the GOAT. So he fumbles the football. Malik Hooker picks it up, and we wind up taking a knee at the end of the game to make the score 29-26. We win. Everyone is happy. So is myself. I know you guys are happy as well. So we are now 4-5. We are now 4-5, 2-2 at home. The Jaguars are 3-6, 1-3 away. And Fournette's debut back on the field was a disappointment. So they wind up losing this game. And other than that, we wind up winning. I am excited, man. I don't know about you guys. This was a close one. We should have lost, but we wind up winning. The Titans won their game when I wish they would have lost, but they didn't. So it is what it is, man. But other than that, I'm going to get into who we play next, and we shall see how this turns out. The Texans are currently leading the division as I predicted, 6-3. The Tennessee Titans are 5-4. We are 4-5, and the Jaguars are 3-6, bottom of the barrel, as I predicted as well. I predict us to be the second seed ending the season. Who knows how that may goes though, because the way the Texans are rolling, they are rolling. But I'm going to give the credit to the schedule they have and not themselves. But Deshaun Watson is playing decent. And, they are winning basically because of their defense, as they should, But it is what it is. It comes with the territory. I will not defect them from them winning ways, because they are winning the games, and that's what it's all about. It's all about the W. It's not how you get it, it's how you do it. So it is what it is, man. They got the W. They are on a winning streak. So are we, which is a good thing. So we shall see together who we play next. You probably already know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And we do play next. It is the Tennessee Titans. This is going to be a good one. Another division game. We are at home again. If we can pull this one out, we can be in second place for the division. Now, this is going to be tough because the Titans are coming off of beating the Patriots, something we couldn't do. Even though we almost won, we lost by 14, came back at the end. I feel like we can beat this Titans team. We just stopped their offense. The Jaguars are known for running the football when Fournette's there. The Titans, they are iffy on offense, but they're mostly known for their defense. Their offense is subpar when they have Lewis and Henry as well on the run game. Their receiving core is pretty much suspect. We can stop that. We just have to worry about stopping the run. Fournette had a good game running, but at the end of the game, we got it together. It's all about consistency, in my opinion. The defense consistency this week was off. They picked it up at the end, but at the beginning, we came out guns blazing, which was back and forth. But we did put up more points on offense than they did, which was a good thing because Blake Bortles is a bad quarterback. Mariota is the same, so I'm kind of expecting the same feel that we did against this week against Jacksonville, but I'm pretty sure our defense will come up bigger. Another home game. Some people should come back from injury. So this week, going into next week, it's probably going to be another probability game. They're going to have us probably losing again by 3, or it's going to be another shootout they're going to predict. But I feel like we're going to put up 14 points more than the Titans, and we're going to win again next week. Our schedule is definitely on the easy side because after that we play the Dolphins, but we do play Jacksonville again and Houston again. But we will play the Cowboys and Giants right after. So we definitely can win 4 out of these last 6. 4 out of these last 6 games if we have nothing but motivation going up. We have to win these next 2 games because against the Cowboys and Giants, they can go both ways. We can probably lose both of those, but I'm pretty sure we'll win. We'll probably win the next 4 out of the next 6, like I said. So this was a good W. And thank you guys for coming through. Go ahead and hit the like button if you're new and you are still current to the channel. If you are new, go ahead and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you can know when I live stream. I live stream out there every game. I am on a podcast on Wednesdays. Sometimes on Mondays, I'm going to be a part of a new crew with the Colts Zone. They do a podcast as well on their channel. So we will see how that goes. But follow me on Twitter to stay notified when I will drop a video or when I will go on another podcast or anything, co-host. So stay tuned with me. every Sunday after the game we play, or on weekdays after every game, I do live stream. Thank you guys for coming through. Colts Talk signing out. Peace.